Season 5 for Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2 is just around the corner, and it is set to be released on the 2nd of August with a whole host of updates, including a new battle pass, including blueprints and skins, a whole load of new operators, faction missions, new prestige level, and some new vehicles and weapons, field upgrades, and a lot more. I can't wait to see what Season 5 is going to bring, and looking at the trailer for this, it got me absolutely hyped. So let's break down exactly what's going to be included in this update and the updates that follow over the next couple of weeks. So let's take a look at 10 things that are going to be featured in Season 5. So let's start off by looking at a summary of everything that's coming out on release on August 2nd for Season 5. So it looks like we're getting a whole host of new operators, a few new weapons, some field upgrades for DMZ, some new vehicles, new maps, and a night mode for Vondel, which looks like it was teased in the trailer. And I even saw a tank in the trailer. So will that be something that comes later in Season 5? Imagine that in the DMZ. Now that would be awesome. That would make me very happy to have a tank drive around in the DMZ. But I think we'll have to wait and see whether that's actually going to become a reality or not. Now, looking at the trailer, it does have a little bit of time cycling in there. So whether you're actually going to get that in DMZ, for example, you infill and it's daylight, and it then by the time you exfil for the final exfil, it's nighttime, or you just infill and it's random, whether it's day or night, that is something that remains to be seen. But there's a lot of new things that are coming in which are long overdue. But first off, let's look at number 1, which is going to be the Battle Pass. Now, every season has a Battle Pass, which has a whole load of sections, and you unlock it as you play through the game, multiplayer, DMZ, Warzone, that sort of thing. And each section, you unlock a new blueprint, a new skin, some coins, a new operator, and you will complete the Battle Pass and you unlock some new awesome little features as you go along. So that would be something that will be quite cool in Season 5. Next up, we're getting a whole host of new operators. Now, it looks like we're getting 10 in total. Now, the first 3 are going to be Oz, Graves, and Miller. Now, Graves was actually in the storyline for Modern Warfare 2 if you ever played campaign mode, but it looks like he dies. But as you can see here, he doesn't. Now, from what I can guess from the trailer, he's having a meeting with Alex and Farah, and he's probably going to tell them about this new Coney group that's taken over Building 21, and he needs their help to get it back. That is my assumption. That's not proven at this point, but that is what I would assume is going on at this stage. But those are the operators we're getting, and I can't wait to get hold of them. You can also get the Velikan in the Battle Pass, which is going to be awesome. That's going to be really good to get a hold of. And also we are getting some hip-hop celebrities as a celebration of 50 years of hip-hop, which I believe is the 11th of August. So we may see these operators drop on the 11th of August or around that sort of time. And we are getting Snoop Dogg, Nicki Minaj, and 21 Savage. Next up, we're looking like we're going to get a whole new faction mission called Coney, which is going to be based on the story. Now, these are going to be some new missions that come in, and it will probably have a lot to do with Building 21 and just random things that help you level up in your game. That moves us on nicely to number 4, which is the fact that Shadow Company are now friendlies. So they will not aggro you or will not fire at you unless you shoot them first. They are seeing us as friendlies in the game. So you could literally run right up to Shadow Company and they won't shoot you. Well, that's the theory anyway. Just remember, don't shoot them first. Number 5, we're going to have a new prestige level, which will take you up to level 900. This is going to be something that a lot of people are looking forward to, since most people have now leveled up to the max and they're looking to get that next level up to the new prestige level. At number 6, we have some new vehicles. Now, as I said earlier, we had a tank teased in the video that could come into Warzone and DMZ. Now, I would absolutely love to have a tank in Warzone or DMZ mode, driving around in an impenetrable tank with a turret that could blow up an entire squad. But that's not been confirmed yet. What has been confirmed, though, is an MRAP vehicle and a dirt bike. Now, MRAP stands for Mine Resistant Ambush Protected. It does what it says in the name. A vehicle roughly the size and shape of a cargo truck, the MRAP is equipped for heavy combat with additional armor plating and turrets, making it slower yet effective. Vehicle for attack or defense. The MRAP will not appear often. In fact, it's mostly available at the start of a mode coming out of mid-season. But wherever an operator sees it being used, it's time to either head inside or come head on with launchers LMGs and kill streaks, and plenty of them. So it's looking like this thing's going to be a bit slow, but it's going to be pretty much impenetrable with a big turret on top. Next, we've got the dirt bike, something that I'm really looking forward to in DMZ. A nimble and rapid form of transportation in Call of Duty Warzone. The dirt bike is ready for operators to lose enemies through tight alleys, perform hairpin turns on a dime, and get across any map without much cover, but plenty of style. In other words, yes, you can catch sick air and pop wheelies on this whenever the operation calls for it. Note that only 2 operators can technically fit on the dirt bike at a time, so a full squad of 4 should either partner up or get enough rides for everyone. But you can probably jump on it and stand on top like you can with other vehicles. So that'll remain to be seen how many you can actually squeeze on it. Now, number 7 is night mode in Vondel and possible time cycling. Now, night mode in Vondel is something that's been teased in the trailer. Now, I'd imagine that we're going to have a night map for Vondel. That would be really sick, especially if they lose the fog, because I think the fog was the biggest downfall of Vondel and one thing that really made me not go there often. But having a night mode, if it was clear as well, would be absolutely amazing. They could just make it more vibrant, make the reflections pop more. I think that would be amazing to have in the DMZ mode. And also time cycling. Now, if we have time cycling in DMZ, that could mean something like you infill when it's daylight and nice and sunny, especially on our Masra, and then by the time the final exfil comes, it's nighttime. Now, that could be one possible option, or it could just be that you infill 1 minute and it's daylight, the next time you infill it's nighttime. They could do it like that, or it might not be something they include in it. But the main feature that they had in the trailer was that shadows will rise. Darkness falls. So it looks like they are going to be introducing night mode in some form. Next up, we have new weapons. Now we have an FR Advancer, which is going to be a new assault rifle, an M13C assault rifle, which looks like it's going to be a little bit like a Chimera style sort of weapon, a bit like an SMG, something like that. Next up, we have a Carrack 300 sniper, which is going to be a little bit like the Signal 50 sniper. So that would be quite cool to have. All of these weapons, I'd imagine, will be buffed when they first come in, and then they'll mess around with the settings a lot, and they'll eventually settle in a nice little playing field. But I'll be interested to see how these weapons play out. But it'll be good to get some new weapons and some new things to upgrade. At number 9, we have the active battle zones. Now, this is basically areas where bots will fight against bots. So when you're in Al Mazrah, a nice big open map, and you see shooting going on or kill streaks being dropped in a certain area, we will automatically assume that that's PvP, but not anymore. Bots are going to be fighting against other bots in these areas, and they will even be using kill streaks on them. So you might think you're going into a PvP area when actually you're just going into a very bot-heavy area, and they're going to be dropping kill streaks galore on your head. So watch out for that. But that's going to be something that's definitely going to spice up DMZ especially, which I'm looking forward to. And lastly, at number 10, we have the new field upgrades. Now, we've got the Disguise. Now, Jerry mentioned this early on. I think it was Season 3 or Season 4 when this came out, and then it was subsequently taken out of the game. But the Disguise is something that you can put on as a field upgrade, and you will appear as a bot to enemy operators and to other bots. So bots won't even know you're there. You can literally walk straight past a whole squad of bots and they won't know you're there. They won't fire at you. They won't interact with you. They won't aggro on you at all. And even operators won't be able to tell unless they're right up in your face. So that is going to be absolutely overkill in the new meta in DMZ. Next up, we have the Battle Revive. This is going to be a blend between a Self-Revive and a Battle Rage. So when you revive after being downed, you will have the Battle Rage perk enabled immediately. And one thing that I think is really cool is a Self-Revive box. Now, this is a Self-Revive kit that has multiple Self-Revives that you can use to drop it, and your whole team can just fill up their Self-Revives, probably like an armor box. So when you drop an armor box, and all of your team go up and refill their armor supplies, they all get a load of armor plates in their inventory. That's probably what's going to happen with the self-revive box. You'll drop it, and all of your teammates can just go and equip a self-revive each. That is going to be really cool. And then lastly, you have a scuba gas mask, which is basically a gas mask and a rebreather in one. So these are a few things that have been released for the press release of Season 5. And let me know which in the comments you would like to see the most. Which are you most looking forward to? What thing are you going to focus on getting first? Which thing are you really excited for? Are you going to get one of the operators? Do you want to get one of the weapons, one of the upgrades? What's the thing that you want to focus on the most in this Season 5 update? I can't wait to get it. I can't wait to try out a few things. Let me know which you're looking forward to, and I will see you in the next video.